All right, this is how I make a Google slideshow for a lesson I'm doing. You log onto your Google Drive and you click New and then go down to Google Slides and wait for it to open. And it's a lot like PowerPoint, I guess. Um, I should have thought of a lesson before I started doing this. Let's say color theory, I don't know. I'll just do a quick slideshow that blue and yellow make green. Um, blue and yellow make green. Okay. And then to add a second slide, well, let's go back to the first slide. In the classroom, sometimes the classrooms don't always get very dark. So what I like to do is make my backgrounds black. So I want to highlight these words and make them a different color. So that way, let's see, yellow. So that way I can make the background black. To change the color of your background, you go up to background, color, and I'm just going to hit black, done. All right, and if I don't like how this blue looks, I can just change it to another blue. Let's do that one. I like that much better. Okay. So now for a second slide, you just click down here. So you have the black bar, because you can either add a slide before that one or after. So I'm going to add a slide after, and I can even add a few at once because I know I'm going to have more than, two. All right, so this is my second slide, and I know that there is a book called Little Blue and Little Yellow, so I'm going to go on YouTube and look for that book so I can add that link into my slideshow. Let's see. All right. And normally I'll watch it to make sure it's appropriate and nothing odd pops up. There's some people made some out of clay, but I'm just going to click on this one because it looks like the book. 90,000 views. So this is the most, it looks like the most popular
Little
one.
Blue and Little Yellow by Leo Leone.
Okay, the quality of this video doesn't look that good. I would want it a little brighter. Let's see how this one looks.
Little Angel Reader. When my daughter Angie was 3,
See, I don't
read
need all
aloud
this.
by Little Angel Reader. This is Little Blue.
I don't like this one at all. So I'll just
Little Blue and
I'm just
Little
gonna
Yellow.
take this one just for the purposes of this video. It's probably a good one too.
Little Blue.
Okay, so I just did, and you also want to see how long it is. All right, so I clicked share, and then there's a couple things you can do. You can either copy the link, which will bring you to YouTube, or you can embed it. And this is good if you're adding it to a website, but we're adding it to a slideshow. So you have to make sure this is all the way at the beginning. Copy. And then I'm going to go to this link and paste it. Okay. So I can have that, or I can click here for Little Blue and Little Yellow. And then you can highlight these words and click on this link icon and then paste your link there. So this looks better than this, I think. So I'm just going to delete that. And then if I want to add an image, why not? I'll look for the book cover. Just go to Google Images and maybe we could find a good image. And then I'm just going to take a screenshot. I'm using a Mac. On Mac, it's Command Shift 4, and then you click and drag. I don't have a Windows computer, so I don't know how to save that. But I wonder if I click. Oh, look. Okay, so you can click this for image, search the web. This will be easy if I go over here. This will save a step because I was going to save the other one to my laptop. No, okay, so I'm glad I saved it. This might just show me images that Google has saved. It doesn't bring me to google.com. So I'm going to add an image by doing image, upload from computer, and the picture I just took, I know that it saves it to the desktop. And you know what you could even do? You could even highlight this and make that a link. Same thing, click on the link button. So now that's going to be a link. So now I could even get rid of this text if I want. All right. So then the next slide, I'll just add an image of a color wheel or something. And maybe in my lesson, I'll talk about how the, primary colors are every other one and they mix and make the color that's between them. Or maybe I'll, you know what? Rather than a color wheel, since I plan on doing this with my pre-K and kindergarten, I'll look for a picture of a rainbow. So let me cancel out of that. Okay. I'm going to go back to Google over here and look for a rainbow. And there'll probably be photographs of rainbows or pictures of rainbows. I like this one because it fades. I just wish it was wider. This is cool. This is really nice because you can really see the colors mixed in together, right? This too. So for the purposes of this, there's no violet down here, so I don't want that one. And I've even Google searched rainbows and saw pictures with colors completely in the wrong order. Maybe I'll do this and copy that image. You could either also right click and save image as rainbow, and I'll just save it to my desktop. All right, so then I'm going to add this rainbow. I don't want text here, so to get rid of it, I click and hit delete, click and hit delete. Add a picture, upload from computer, and I'm going to my desktop, rainbow. All right, so during my lesson, I'll talk about, where's green? It's right here. What colors are on either side of it? Yellow and blue. And then I'll show mixing paint. And we'll actually do this in the class as an experiment. You can Google search anything you need to find. This is good because this shows yellow paint, blue paint, and you stir it together and it mixes. So I'll use that as my next slide. You could click this icon or you can do our insert image. Upload from computer. Okay, and then I'm going to get rid of this, get rid of that. And maybe I'll make this background black. The reason I like to make the backgrounds black is because it makes the room darker and it's easier to see. It makes the room darker, so it's easier to see the slides. I'm wondering if I can make a border on this. I'll have to look. I'll have to look. There's probably a way to make a border around that. And since I can't find a border right now, I'm just going to change this color to green. Since we're learning about green. But now I can't see these words, see? So I'll just change those to black. There we go. Alrighty. So there's 4 slides. So that's enough to show you how to make the slides. Let me see, I've added a YouTube link, and when you show the slideshow, you have to click present. I've seen people show slideshows and then just click through the slides like this, but you want the kids to focus on the slideshow. You don't want them seeing all this stuff. So you could click on the first slide and then click present. And you can also do this to make sure your links work. Let's see if the book works. Say, you know, it brings us to YouTube, and you'll want to do this ahead of time to make sure there's nothing inappropriate over here. And right away when my YouTube opens up, I do this to get full screen. When the video's over, because it's on YouTube, it's going to go right to the next YouTube video that's recommended. So when the video's over, click that button and X out of YouTube. And go back to your slideshow. And the slideshow, it doesn't have, unless they're white and I don't see them, it doesn't have arrows on each side. So I think if you just click on it, it goes to the next slide. I wonder if there's a way to change that so I could go backwards if I forget. I'll have to look. I'll have to look when I have more time. Okay, so now say you want to add this slideshow to your web page that you made for your class. You would just click share, and then you copy this link. You can either click copy link or highlight that. Okay. And then you go on to your site that you made, which I made in a different Google account. So let me just quickly open my other Google account. Okay. So here's a website I made, and let's say I'm doing this for first grade. I go to my first grade page, and then I'm going to make a link for the slideshow. So here's where we were. I got the link. Let me go through that again. Here's our slideshow. And then share and copy the link. It says it's copied to clipboard. Then you go where you want to add it. Color theory slideshow, or blue and yellow make green slideshow. Okay. And then you make this the link to your slideshow you just made. So you're going to highlight this, click this link button, and then paste your link, apply. So now when you open up this website for this class, or if you have students that are going to click on the slideshow themselves when they go on their iPads or whatever and they go to your page, now they can just click on that and watch it themselves. This, I didn't put much text on this because I plan on showing this to my first graders. My first graders don't have iPads. So when the kids come into my class, I'll have this open on my smartboard and I'll just click on that to watch the slideshow. You have to make sure you're sharing your web page and you publish it. And that's it. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments so I can answer them for you.